I know what you're thinking. Has this guy even won anything? Well, new viewers to the channel, you found the fantasy football channel for you. I'm a multi-time best ball champion here today to stream some drafts, share my thoughts, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It's rocket ships up from here, folks. Let's get it. What's up? Oh, yeah. Pulled the 102 in this Best Ball Mania, trying to turn $25 into a cool $2 million. I can't do it alone. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join the Discord. Best Ball Mania is 84% filled. This is my 120th team. If I had 150 teams, I could win too. Okay, big dog. Let's get it. Praying that we get Jamar Chase. Maybe this guy is a Falcons fan. Maybe he'll go Bijan. Maybe he's a Cowboys. No, okay. Yeah. Fine. Here's what it is. It's got to let roll over you sometimes. Got to let roll over you. There are no wrong answers. Let's do Amon-Ra. Why not? Love Amon-Ra's Week 17 game. Gets to play the Lions Week 17. Not many teams are going to have Amon-Ra paired with the players we're going to get the 2-3 turn. We're getting weird out here, folks. We got 100. We got 30 teams left. 30 teams? Yeah, 30 teams. Amon-Ra St. Brown, dude. How about that? Nico Collins is a strong candidate to be wide receiver 1 overall. I'm pretty high on Amon-Ra in the sense that could be the guy you just need Week 17. And it's not that crazy to pull up it's not like I'm giving anyone else a super unique combo, right? Like Saquon went at pick 7 in this draft instead of pick 6. Lamb went at pick 6 in this draft instead of pick 5. So it's not like it's like giving crazy combos to other players either. I'm just getting unique. Have you ever seen a guy like Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt go mainstream so quickly? My home league took him in the 7th. I'm sure there's been cases, Ben, but not many come to mind. Like there were some Chiefs backs, Darwin Thompson and co. Justice Hill one year, I think, was like an 8th round pick. But I don't know if I reached normies, you know? Who we getting with Amon-Ra? Who are we getting? Did this once with Brian Thomas. We're vibing it, Thomas. Strong believer in good vibes. Not financial advice. Achane, you know, honestly, I would not pass on Achane if he's there, but it would be quite funny because it wouldn't be unique, right? Amon-Ra, Achane was a common combo at this part of the draft board. Who would be an uncommon combo with Amon-Ra? That would be guys like Bucky, Trey McBride, T. Higgins, Josh Jacobs, Ladd to a big degree. So looking to get 2 of these guys in an ideal world, just because not many Amon-Ra teams, if any, have these players on them. Achane goes, Bucky goes, Ladd goes. To a guy named B-Rob, do we think he was a Brian Robinson fan? T goes. Looks like it's Jonathan Taylor for us. The amount of teams that have Jonathan Taylor and Amon-Ra on the same team is literally probably under 0.5%. Like I'm talking about like very, very small numbers. The teams that have Jonathan Taylor and Trey McBride, very common. However, these 2 players plus Amon-Ra, It might just be me. I always tag my Discord when I go live. Click the notification bell and it should email you. Other than that, I don't know. I just went live. I also scheduled it for like 8:05 and I went live sooner than that, so I don't know if that matters. Jefferson and Amon-Ra. Yeah, that was something you could get for a little bit when I did some DK fast yesterday. Jefferson went to pick 11. I mean, honestly, the truth, and people don't really think this way, but picking chalk every time is like having 150 entries to March Madness and only picking the same combos of 2-1 seeds in the final every time. Right? Like, it's simply not crazy to be like, well, you know who you might need in the playoffs? Amon-Ra. Amon-Ra and Jonathan Taylor. Honestly, all three of these guys are brand guys in the sense that they have been on teams I've won best ball tournaments with. Amon-Ra was on my BBM2 winning team. Jonathan Taylor was both on my BBM2 winning team and the team that got 30th last year. Trey McBride was on my winning 555 team. At the time, he was like only really I was drafting him. He was a very rarely drafted player who scored 20 points week 17. So he's literally like a picture of the thesis. He was also on my BBM 6 team that got 30th as well, along with JT. So we're getting the boys back together here, getting the vibes together. Let's get it. Will I prioritize building out a game stack for Mon-Ra week 17 now? I would like it, Pepper Tony, but I'm not like, oh, the draft is over if I don't get Jordan Addison or TJ Hawkinson or Aaron Jones or, Mason or whatever. It'd be nice, but Fadeaway 3 says, I'm assuming the strategy would be significantly worse in a full season tourney like on drafters. It's actually the other way, Fadeaway. In general, the more people you are competing with, the better uniqueness is, right? Where if you think about it, in something like Best Ball Mania, to start, you only compete with 12 players. And then again, you compete with like 16 players. And at most, you compete with like 500 players. Yeah, we're just going to scoop some Breece Hall at the 4-5 turn. Wasn't really drafting him before. Gonna start doing it now at the 4-5 turn. But in drafters, man, you have to compete with every single team in the contest. So uniqueness there is most important. Let's go. Who we doing? Igbuka is tempting. T Hunter always tempting. Let's do Zay this time. So yeah, in drafters, you need to compete with every single team in the contest. So if Amon-Ra, Jonathan Taylor, and Trey McBride are simply the best 3 combo you can have, well, then you're not really competing with that many teams to win at the end. It could be you winning by like a large amount, right? JB, super chat, appreciate you. Keeper league, I have Bijan and Gibbs. My next 2 picks are at the 3-4 turn. Okay. Should I look at quarterback there with Daniels or Hurts? And which positions / players at the turn? By turn, I'm assuming you mean 3-4. Or do you mean 5-6? 2 wide receiver, 1 flex, half-point PPR, 6 point per passing touchdown. Thanks. Okay, JB. So number 1, what you're doing has to depend with what other people are keeping. So you got to take stock. What are other people keeping? Are other people keeping running backs like yourself? Is everyone keeping quarterbacks? Are people keeping wide receivers? Are people keeping Brock Bowers? Like, you got to take stock of that. Jaden Daniels is going to be a lot better than Hurts in a league that rewards 6-point passing touchdowns, right? Jaden is just simply likely to take a year 2 leap. and get you some passing touchdowns. He had 25 last year. We know that, Hurts could be forced to pass more, but man, it's been rough for a while. 18 touchdowns, 23, 22, 16. So Hurts is, all else equal, a little bit worse in 6-point passing touchdown leagues. It also rewards guys like Joe Burrow majorly for getting those 6-point passing touchdowns, right? So I think Daniels is definitely a strong click at the 3-4. So I'm assuming you pick 12, right? If I'm reading this right, you're picking 3 here. Daniels is definitely a guy to consider. Josh as well. Lamar as well, if you get any of those 3. Hurts, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no with the 6-point passing touchdown. Could be a little cute, but it's very tempting if you can get 2 quality wide receivers there, like Mike Evans and Tet, guys like this. That's kind of tempting to me. I also wouldn't hate getting a flex running back. Cook, Kyron, Henderson, Hampton, guys like this. Kittle would be a very tempting guy. Just check the box at tight end. Be done there. So, yeah, I would be going for Daniels, one of the running backs, or Kittle, and then guys like Mike Evans, maybe Tyreek is there. T. Higgins could be there in a home league. But, yeah, it really kind of depends what people are keeping. Mahomes, yeah, I mean, if we get a season where Mahomes throws for 45 touchdowns, he's better in that league, right? If he's going to be what he was last year, he's not that good. So here's where we will do Jordan Addison. Get that week 17 stack with Amon-Ra. Puts us a little bit behind the ball at wide out, but that's fine. Aaron Jones could be some teammate correlation. Pollard, I obviously have ranked ahead. Laporta could add to our Lions thing. But I think when we pull up Amon-Ra, we're not doing the Laporta. I think we will do Pollard. Definitely in the range that Pollard is just like better. The Titans are better. We get a similar season, but he scores like 10 touchdowns, Kind of like building some teams like this where it's like I'm getting 3 running backs early, but it's not my first 4 picks. I'm still having shots at elite production at wideout and tight end. Was I stressing you by letting it click down like that? Well, Best Ball Monster, I don't know how to tell you this, but the season kicks off in, let's see, September 4th, so under 2 weeks. So we're probably not going to be getting a lot of new contests. Typically, sites are trying to fill the contests they have live. For example, the marathon is at 50% filled. The sprint is at 50% filled. They have a puppy still in the lobby, which is $5. That's only 22% filled. So I don't think we're getting any new contests until stuff like that fills. Some pro tip suggestions: use the back button. Fantasy will always have a large luck factor, can only control so much. Well, obviously, variance is part of this game. That's why it's a great game and everyone thinks they can win. But doing stuff like this is directly trying to, quote unquote, control your luck. I'm doing things other people are not. That is valuable. Other people, they can't get past, like, are you kidding me? What do you mean I wouldn't take Bijan? What? You're not going to take Jahmyr Gibbs, Jefferson Lamb? Are you an idiot? Right? Level 1 thinking. And don't get me wrong, I take plenty of those guys at this spot, but I'm willing on a couple entries to do stuff like this. When Battle Royale? Adam, we will have Battle Royales. Probably, like, I will be streaming Battle Royales and having Battle Royale ranks, but I'm not doing it week 1 because that week I will be cramming in every best ball entry I've yet to do. Maybe I'll have rankings available after the Thursday game because then I can't draft. So maybe I'll get those rankings like Friday or Saturday night. God, man, such a meh spot in the draft. Let's take Kyler just to allow us to think about it more. Not even really obsessed with the idea of Kyler. Like, this is a make or break it year for Kyler, man. If Kyler can't get it together, it's over for him. Zeber, man. All right, we're going to go Rashid Shaheed with us having Tony Pollard, some week 17 correlation, Saints and Titans. Shaheed, simply an undervalued player. I don't know, man. Like, I could see Kyler having a big year, but it's been brutal. It's been brutal. Kyler's past couple seasons. 308 last year. That's not bad. Almost 600 rushing yards, but 21 passing touchdowns. That's yikes. And so we're multi years removed from his big. Like, there was a time where people preferred him to Josh Allen. We're far from that right now. Ja'Cory Krosky goes pick 103. I considered him, but don't think we need to be going running back with our group. Mainly need wide receivers with us having Addison suspended. This type of room, JT, Brees, Pollard, this is looking for us to stop at 5 firmly, and it doesn't really matter when we add those two. We could add those two in the 17th and 18th round. We could add those two, one in the 10th, one in the 18th. We could do whatever. Thoughts on Jacoby Myers? Not a guy I've been drafting a lot of. Just think that there's higher upside clicks by him. I think he wants a new contract, and so that's why you're hearing his trade request. It is weird timing that Amari Cooper signed as the Raiders, and it's like not even out of the question he signed there to retire and not even play. I don't know. That's probably unlikely, but it's not impossible. So yeah, all of a sudden those Amari Cooper bags, they're feeling a little bit alive. I don't like who's going to be trading for Myers. I'm sure the Patriots would love to trade back for him. I don't see the rate. Like, if Myers gets traded, it's huge news for Jack Beck because he is blocked by Myers right now. And it seems like Tucker and Deontay Thornton are locked in as the outside guys. Okay, so obviously we're going to do Goff. This guy has Laporta, so it would be silly not to take him first. Right, we were never going to buy the Laporta Montgomery drafter. Quite nice to get Goff here. It is a week 8 buy. So could go third quarterback. I'm okay eating the 0 if no one makes sense for us. Yeah, I mean, Joe Mixon, guys, he might be close to undraftable for me now. I don't know. It seems quite bad. Gonna have updated rankings after roster cutdowns, which will be tomorrow. So probably have the rankings out Wednesday. This is the perfect room to slap on Tootin. No wide receiver I'm like running into the podium for. And Tootin, a guy who might need a little bit of time to get out there, but you have 3 starters to get you there. And with Tootin, I could even stop at 4. Raiders just made another trade. Kenny Pickett to the Raiders. Where's that guy who used to be in the chat talking about Kenny Pickett to the Browns? Raiders get Kenny Pickett. Browns get a 2026 fifth. It's kind of crazy the Browns are even getting a 5th round pick for Kenny Pickett. Audric Estime waived. By the way, as someone that was firmly on the Jaleel McLaughlin side of things, we were right. You forgot it in people. Thanks for the super chat. Interesting one here. Travis Hunter in redraft must play at wide receiver, 0.5 point PPR, but defensive stats count. 1.3 points per tackle, 5 for an interception, 2.5 points for a PD, a pass. Why am I not thinking here, guys? What's a PD? Pass breakup? Pass deflection? That's probably what that means. How valuable is he? I mean, my God. Yeah, pass deflection we're going with. I mean, he's like a 1st round pick, is he not? No, he's not a 1st round pick, but he's very valuable. Like, I definitely would prefer him to Garrett Wilson. If we just look at this draft board right here, right, I would easily prefer him to Garrett Wilson. I would probably prefer him to all of these, like, non-T. Higgins plus guys. Because it's like, this could be generational, man. It's your home league. It's not that serious. Don't you want to be the guy who everyone's like, my God, I have to play the Travis Hunter team? To be clear, I don't think he's going to be playing that much defense. So you're really not getting the points for the tackles. An interception will be rare, but you will get some of those. A pass deflection also will be rare because I don't think he's playing that much defense. So he's not like crazily more valuable, but he's more valuable for sure. I mean, I don't think Cooper's going that far up, man. We have to remember that casual people are binary, and most people have decided that Amari Cooper is firmly cooked. When that, like, he could have just been unhealthy last year, you know. Trading JSN for him wasn't stupid. I don't think so. I don't care about him. All right, we need some wideouts. We need some tight ends. Let's do Ferg first and allow us to stop at 2 tight ends. Ferg, you can squint and see a good touchdown season from him. We're at pick 143 right now, and Brian Robinson is still there, by the way. Which is like roughly where I'm going to have him ranked, probably. Cam Scottable won pick 138 in this. I've drafted none of him, but I would draft him at 138. Kind of tempted to take B-Rob here. Just think we need to be going wide out. What about quarterback? Trevor does not help our week 8 bye problem at all. I don't know, man. Trey Harris, like, I'm continuing to buy Trey Harris as he falls. He could be a 0 and a guy who I'm like, why is this guy on my roster? If he's like behind Keandre Lambert-Smith, if he's behind Quentin Johnston, but I just think he's going to get out there. Is Grendo draftable now? To me, he is. Right? Because if CMC gets hurt, I think you're going to want Grendo. How do you stay away from that binary mindset? I mean, I think already, like, I mean, first of all, some people are not able to. But in general, if you're watching this channel, you're probably able to think through like ranges of outcomes and realizing that things are not so black and white. This is kind of it, man. Like Jack Beck, Trey Harris, they're probably not zeros. And also Trey Harris got in there on the preseason game, and he had a good preseason game. I don't think Garendo is killed. I think Garendo is going to go cheaper. But I maintain that if CMC got hurt, Garendo would be playing upwards of 40% of the snaps, if not more. And he probably would eventually look better than Brian Robinson. And they'd be like, you know what? Let's give this guy a try. The biggest thing with Garendo's availability, which, yeah, that's not been good. I'm going with 15 touchdowns for Juju Smith-Schuster. This did happen, correct. Didn't Trey Harris come in after KLS in the last preseason game? That did happen, Rusty. The market has lowered Trey Harris. They still barely draft KLS. It was after Quentin Johnston got concussed. So I don't know if that firmly tells us anything. Again, some teams use the preseason for different things than others. But yeah, it could be a sign that KLS is strictly ahead of Trey Harris. So how I protect myself is I draft Trey Harris and I make sure I draft Keandre Lambert-Smith too sometimes. I full faded Travis Kelce and now I'm nervous about it. I don't know, man. Every year this happens to me where I'm like, oh, I didn't draft this guy. I'm kind of nervous about it. And then most of the times I'm right. I'm not worried about Kelce. Could have a big year. Could stuff it down my throat. In general, there are a lot of players that can hurt me this year if they're guys you have to have. Is what it is. No risk it, no biscuit. Do you guys remember when Kyle Williams was going at the 8-9 turn? And I was like, am I taking crazy pills here? What's going on? All right, we'll choose not to eat the 0 here, and we'll take Cam Ward. I didn't have enough time to scout this guy's roster. Cam Ward with Tony Pollard, by the way. It's a rough wide receiver room, but that's why we took him on route 2. Yeah, we'll take Leggett. Why not? Maybe should have made this Ferguson pick another wideout. What do you do in a situation like I'm in with Trey Harris? I have a bunch of 10th round Harris, so that'll be tough for him to pay off. But I think he's far more likely to pay off with a 15th round tag. Just take 8% moving forward. Yeah, in general, if there's a player you like who the market starts to sour on, I'm too stubborn to zero out that player unless you really feel like you should be. I think what you said is pretty reasonable. You don't take them in every draft, but you mix them in because, if you were right earlier, you want some of that player at a cheaper price tag too. I wasn't really taking too much Harris at the 8-9 turn. I was mixing them in, but I wasn't jamming them. So I'm more happy to do it now. Just bet on the draft capital. This is a team that drafted well last year. They drafted Ladd, Yeah, even, I listened to Neil and Davis do a stream for 5 minutes this morning, and Neil was like, well, Xavier Legette is just bad, isn't he? And maybe Neil's right. Maybe Legette does suck and he doesn't get better and what have you. But I don't know. To me, first round draft capital last year, I'm not burying you. And, he could just be it could just be like, well, you bought in again. Why'd you do that? Could be. Alec Manor goes. Would have probably taken him to go with Ward. Might stop at 4 running backs. I don't know. Seems kind of thin with just Addison, Amon-Ra, and Zay. Because Trey Harris could be 0-ish. We did go third quarterback, so maybe we cut it at 4 running backs. Power tootin' is what we call it. Let's do Andre Yoshivas. Week 17 correlation with Kyler. Why not? I like Yoshivas, man. This team is finishing 8th. It could be Joey. Not everyone is a winner. Why don't we do Malik Washington? Not drafted 100%. Outs to Tyreek getting traded. Looked good. Wide receiver 3 at worst. Some chance he gets some of that like Jonnu work. Kyler Murray, Jared Goff, Cam Ward, Jonathan Taylor, Breece Hall, Tony Pollard, Bishal Tootin, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Zay Flowers, Jordan Addison, Rashid Shaheed, Trey Harris, Xavier Legette, Andre Yoshivas, Malik Washington, Trey McBride, Jake Ferguson. Kind of want to go another wideout. Eighth in the grand final. Mic drop. Someone said the team needs Tesla. I would be into that, but he did go at pick 176. Yeah, I think I'm steering towards 4 RB on this one. Let's pull up the old Titans depth chart. Okay, useless. Useless, as we assumed. Oh, people are... After you score another preseason touchdown, it is over. You are going up in price. We do have all 3 quarterbacks week 17 correlated. Might not be correlation that is obvious, but it's Pollard, Shaheed, Cam Ward, Goff, Amon-Ra Addison, Kyler, McBride, Yoshivas. I don't know. Maybe we'll take Garendo in the 18th. Practice what we preach. I mean, week 1, Amon-Ra, Flowers, Shaheed, Legette, Yoshivas, Washington. All these guys are running routes. Trey Harris, I don't know. Yeah, we're going to take Garendo, man. Garendo is draftable. I wish this Brian Robinson trade happened earlier because then people would have 0% drafted Garendo and would have been just like my Jeff Wilson bet when I won BBM2 of being like, well, people aren't drafting him. I still am. Perfect 5th running back here. Weird team. Need some of these wideouts to work out. Don't hate it, though. It's 1/20th. 1/20, 8/25 streamed. All right, I got one more tonight. I'm going to be doing managed high-stakes streams probably the rest of this week, so let's get this. Yes. Yes. Deserved. So deserved. Man, we had a bag on Jamar Chase last year. I was the one telling you, this guy should be going wide receiver 1. We deserve this. Suck it, Thick Thina. I know you're out there. We got 8 big dogs. Could have done more, but it's going to fill, so maybe we'll get it to 10. Is the big dog full? I don't know. I'm just running out of time. Is the big dog full? I think it is. Wow. Oh my God. We got to make some eliminator picks. I have May start in this one, so we're just going to. We'll take Jamar Chase. Let's get all these eliminators cleared out. We took May because we have Henderson and Diggs in this one. Goff, Gibbs, Harvey, Aaron Jones, Addison. Yeah, we don't need to see much more. We're going JJ, QB2 there. Jordan Love, CMC, Bucky, Harvey, a bunch of wideouts. Are we going to risk it at quarterback? Yeah, we're going to risk it at quarterback. Why not? Mayfield, Kyler, CMC, Bucky, Henderson. We're weak at wide receiver in this one. Sure. We'll take the Moonster. Didn't really like how that one came out. Bleh. Colston Loveland, why not? You take Penix. Yeah, we'll take Penix for this one. And Kincaid. I kind of feel more confident that Keon will be a breakout than Kincaid, but we're going down with the ship. We're going down with the ship otherwise. Buzz on Keon's been pretty good. We'll take Mr. Goof. Are we? Yeah, we'll take Goof. The Goofster to go with Gibbs. Saquon, Henderson, Charbonnet, T. Jamo, Igbuka, Golden, Coleman, Bowers. Let's do May. May with Hendo. All right, we fought back. We fought back against these slows. Who's in our queue? Goff? To go with Gibbs? Why not? Tua. So we have Stafford in the queue. It is 20 picks above his ADP, but we simply cannot risk being locked out at quarterback. So we're taking Stafford 20 picks ahead of ADP. Some of the rooms get like this, where you just get screwed at quarterback and you gotta just get your guys. All right. Back to the regularly scheduled programming. I think we're going to do Trey McBride. You know what? Let's just stack the game. Definitely a chalky thing, but whatever. Chase, Higgins, McBride, locked and loaded. Let's get it. I made some veggie dogs. They were good. You know, if I get to Mason size, maybe just maybe we'd get the Cheslium contest. RT drafts, that's right, Preston. Probably starting tomorrow. Oh. Yeah. We need to start drafting. I usually teach chess lessons, but I canceled them for the next 2 weeks. Said, sorry guys, I can't teach. I got draft. They said, what's drafting? And I said, you fired. Where are we in this? I hate when these boards are like this. I can see the board normal, but you can't. Sorry, folks. I had to pop it out. Okay. So we're at risk if we don't grab a quarterback of not getting one, but I think we're just going to take Christian Kirk this time. Why not? Build a nice, strong wide receiver room here. Throw in Stroud for the Q. To the Que. Man, these freaks in the Eliminator, man, they tick down the whole clock. Yeah, I just make my picks, man, and I still got a bunch of late JCM. Is it a winning combo to have your top 2 wide receivers in the same team? Seems hard to win a championship that way. Yeah, I typically think this way too. However, I do think we need to evaluate each situation independent, and it is perfectly reasonable that both T and Chase can pop off in an individual week, and or maybe the only way to get Jamar Chase to week 17 is with the T Higgins team. You know? Kirk has always been one of my guys. Okay. So no disrespect to Evan Silva, but we don't need Evan Silva to say we like Christian Kirk because we've always liked Christian Kirk. That'd be a fun thing, man. A chess tournament. Are we going to risk it on Joseph? I don't know if I feel like it this time. I think I'm just going to take him this one. Let's look at the room. No. You see this? You're not getting Joe Burrow past this guy. I promise you. You're not. We take Joe. And Ken Walker, J-Mo. I like them both. Screw it, man. J-Mo. You just you look at this. You're not getting Joe Burrow past this dude in a million years. In a million years. Honestly, I feel like I've gotten COVID like 5 times. Get the large, quiet HEPAs going. What is that, like an air filter? I mean, I'm personally fine with Amari Cooper going undrafted in several drafts, but yeah, he's not like oh, I got to get him in the 18th for me. He's fine. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you can get Joe at 72, he's better there. But it's just not happening for me when I'm on stream and you have this guy. You guys think the guy who went Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts was ever considering not adding Joe Burrow to his collection? Come on. And also, I've like done stuff like this several times, and every time I've pushed Joe Burrow, and I've never gotten Joe Burrow. So I simply don't want to have 0 Chase T. McBride with Burrow teams. Igbuka goes pick 53 in this. Again, I think it's cute over Hunter, but I get it after him. I did get Burrow occasionally in the 7th, but yeah, I think that time has mostly gone. August is not a time to be able to push Burrow. I have Joe at 72 as 2. Doesn't really matter. Those teams that I took with Joe at 72, they're not going to take the rest of these players I take. Come on, guys. Help a dude out. Hit the like. Ken Walker goes pick 58 in this. Kind of crazy. This is funny still. Kenny Pickett to Amari Cooper, week 17 to win BB. You know what's best, Matt? It's going to be a guy who doesn't know Amari Cooper wasn't like a Brown or something. Rizzy Pearsall, 69. He usually goes higher than that. I think we're doing true 0 RB here because Pacheco, I would consider. I guess there is Montgomery if we care. Swift is there too. I mean, who else can even play running back for the Bears right now, man? Let's get Swifty with it. Jennings is tempting to go Swift with Jennings. But let's do Swift and Montgomery. Let's just get some guys giving us some points. Get to the playoffs. We got the Montgomery JMO correlation. Let's see if there's any news kicking around. Kenny Pickett getting traded is still insane. Insane that they got draft capital for that. All right, more trades. Colts get Mihai Blackman, and the Vikings get a 6th. I called my shot earlier. I said Jalen Tolbert traded to the Vikings and Curtis Samuel traded to the 49ers. We'll see it. Looks like we're getting a bunch of trades, which is exciting. DJ Moore getting some running back reps. Yeah, isn't that not a good thing for Swift? Tiny hands Pickett. I mean, honestly, red flag. I think it can't even be questioned that like the shortness impacts Kyler, right? Like Kyler legit can't see over these O-linemen, and he doesn't have like the ability to read the field like some people. I just think stuff like this is going to become more normal. Late August trading. It's out of control compared to past years, but yeah, these new GMs, they're trying to win, man. They're not gone are the days of these GMs who are like smoking cigars with the owners. That's what they're doing. Screw it. These guys need to play football. I mean, honestly, most quarterbacks cannot see the receiver. I've seen Purdy talk about this too. This is why like reading defenses is really important, and why defenses disguising coverage is also super important. Looks like we could get some more surprise NFL cuts. Amari Cooper signing on August 25th is pretty legendary. Is it not? Man said, fuck a training camp. I mean, come on, man. We're just not going to be seeing a wide receiver ever get more than like 40 carries in a year. The NFL has some crazy history, man. The Herschel Walker trade, the Ricky Williams trade. Is there smoke in Samuel to San Fran, or is that you thinking out loud? Thinking out loud mostly. It does seem like the Curtis Samuel has a very large contract. Man, we're stuck with this group of guys again. This was a lot more fun when you could get Keon here. Screw it. We're going Jakrowski Merritt and Kyler. We're playing both sides of Bengals Cardinals. I don't know. It was more fun when you could get Keon here, but that's gone, I guess. I think Thornton is clearly the one you would prefer out of the group of Thornton, Peck, or Cooper. But it's hard to say. See, did I know my customer or did I know my customer? This guy goes Daniels, Hurts, and then he takes Baker ahead of ADP. You know why? Because Baker scored points last year. You know who this guy slammed his keyboard when he saw me draft? Joe Burrow. That ruined his day. Big Mac here. He was trying to F us up. Zay Jones, he's defensible to mix in. Seems debatable between him and Michael Wilson. I drafted him in a draft recently. That guy grills and watches football every Sunday. I mean, honestly, hell yeah, Eli. Hell yeah, right? I mean, wide receiver is just so dead by the 8-9 turn now. Makes going a bunch early feel good. This is BBM. This is BBM, Daniel. Keenan Allen, of course. There's like certain, when I see someone start Henry, Jacobs, Daniels, Hurts, I can just like make their list of players, you know? Does he go 4 quarterback? Yeah, he's going to like auto draft a 4th. Do you like Arizona Cincy game over a dome game in week 17 since they plays outdoors in Cincy? I like the game still. I'm fact checking you on the place. Yeah, is that Cincy? I don't know, man. Joe Burrow at home seems fine. No, we got JCM, dude. We got him. Man, Travis Etienne is still here. He's not even a player I draft like at all, but at this price, I will. Screw it. Joe Burrow, Kyler, Swift, Montgomery, JCM, ETN, Chase, T, J-Mo, McBride, and Kincaid. I don't know, man. All these wide receivers are like, unless Ayuk is himself this year, which I feel worse about today, it's all whatever. I didn't feel like taking Mixon or Judkins. We're going to take a bunch of wideouts. And basically the team will go as Chase and T go. Man, the 5-5-5 rooms are insane. I did a 5-5-5 the other day, and I think I just built the winner, and I was like, okay, cool. I don't need to draft this anymore because this is the best team I could build. What did I see in that draft? I'll pull up the draft board and just talk about some of the picks I saw. I don't think this running back room is bad. Swift, Montgomery, JCM, and ETN. Could be bad, but it's got choices. It's got chances. Okay. What crazy picks did we see? We saw Ibuka go pick 42 in this 5-5-5. I mean, I get it, but that's quite high. We saw Ricky Pearsall go pick 52. Again, that's a round above ADP. Other than that, it was pretty normal, I guess. Travis Hunter also goes apparently pick like 68 on DK. My lord. Wow. Yeah, I didn't do enough DK drafts to take advantage of like McLaurin and everything. I did get him quite a bit in my slows. I've been getting some H-Chan though. Yesterday I did 10. I zoomed out my window on my desktop to 50%, and I jumped in 10 DraftKings drafts at the same time and just drafted them like a crackhead, just being like my girlfriend walked in. She's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I need to do this to get these teams in." It's an insane process to look at, though. I considered videoing myself. You know what? We can't take Trey Harrison like every single draft we do. But maybe we should. Let's take Till. Do we take Jaden Blue and be done? Ray Davis. Let's go big play Ray. Freeing us from the decision of choosing on the Cowboys. Something I tweeted out today that I believe in, and I don't think people are thinking about is, by the way, sick thumbnail by me. This is an old thumbnail I did. I did this when Pete came on the show one year. Made in Microsoft Paint. But I tweeted out, I'm enthusiastic about the Cowboys passing game like many, right? George Pickens, blah, blah, blah. But there is sneaky potential for a catastrophic downside like the Dolphins. Dak might need a year to look like himself after the injury. Remember, his hamstring sheared off his bone. All the running backs probably suck. Jerry's a fool, etc. Right? So it's like things could go sideways in Dallas is the point. Who's my highest percentage BBM quarterback right now? Take a guess, Anthony. I have a guess, but I'll fact check myself. Yeah. Take a guess. No. No, but he's high. No. Yes, it is Tua. It is Tua. We're risking it, folks. He's just so cheap. And a lot, keep in mind, I've drafted these teams. Trevor is my second highest owned quarterback. Goff is my third. Jaden is my fourth. But the reason why I have so much Tua is, remember, I've drafted these teams since May. Early on, I had a lot of like Tua with Jonnu Smith. But then also, like, he'll just be available at pick 150. And I take Achane, I take Waddle, I take Tyreek. He fits 3 quarterback builds. He's just going to be good as long as he doesn't get hurt. Jaden is probably my highest percentage quarterback, irrelevant of entry fees. On DK, I think Jaden's probably my highest because he goes absurdly cheap there. So, yeah, I mean, the Tua stuff could go bad, but most of my Tua teams are 3 quarterback or like Tua and an elite. Very little Mahomes. I don't feel great about it, Connor, but it is the truth. I just don't like his Week 17 game against the Broncos. And almost every time I like take a worthy or whatever and try to stack him, he gets taken from me. Is what it is. Is what it is. Okay, so this just needs to be wide out. We're going to take big dog Adam Thielen. Got trade outs. Sure. Torrey Horton. Getting some buzz. I mean, let's be real, Jay. Malik Washington might be good, but no one, and I mean no one, is a plug and play for Tyreek. I mean, Burrow's been the answer in like several BBMs. Yeah, we can't lose with Thielen, right? We either have Week 17 correlation with Torrey Horton, or we have it with JMO. Okay, what's this team need? Do we need a 6th running back? I'm going to go with no. Probably not, right? Swift, Montgomery, Merritt, ETN. We're assuming they're all starters in some capacity. Ray Davis, very strong RB2. Do we need a 3rd quarterback? No. Do we need a 3rd tight end? No. So are we going to take 3 more wide receivers? Maybe. Could get a, when you have Jamar Chase and T, maybe we can add that 6th running back. Kind of depends who we like. Because there are running backs and wide receiver bets I like. If I could draft Christian Kirk at pick round 16, I would have 100%, but he's gone. Do I feel good about Waddle this year? I feel good about his price. So I draft him in the 5th. Yeah, Darren Waller's activated. I just can't really take him, man. What's my take on Braylon Allen? My take on him is like I've drafted a ton of him at cheap prices, so I'm just not taking him at his inflated price. Like the Jets are probably just bad, So where'd he go in this? Seriously, where did he go in this? Pick 135. I mean, I get it seeing the names there. Just seems like it's like around expensive, but yeah, sure, whatever. Taking that group, like taking him in the Ray Davis range is fine. Let's take Yoshi Boss. Add to this Burrow thing we're doing. Why not? Why does everyone hate Alec Pierce now? He was banged up for a little bit. Is there anyone more exciting we feel like doing? Dynamic Brown is fine. Why not? Big play Pierce, big play Andre. Welcome to the squad. Yeah, I definitely think Fannin Jr. is fine to mix in. I mean, I didn't draft Pierce last year, but did he not just have an awesome season? 8, 24, and 7. Is that bad? I did see the comedy video. Pete's just tight because he got like 10th in that contest. So it eats at him, you know? No, I'm kidding. KLS goes. Probably would have considered him. My girlfriend wants to watch Australian Survivor with me. If you like Survivor, Australian Survivor, pretty good. They're having like a all-star season right now with like Parvati and all them. Anyways, we're about to watch that episode. Drafters, I'm only at like 55. This is a crazy take. Jalen Royals will lead the Chiefs in targets. I mean, the whole time I thought Fannin could be wide receiver 3 and run 12. Like I said, it's either going to be Deontay or Fannin. And so Fannin got rested. Makes sense to be drafting. I think he's probably better in PPR than half point. But yeah, over these group of guys, I don't mind it. And my updated ranks, I'll probably have them around here. Oh, I love Survivor. I'm going to apply to be on it, man. I've always thought I'd be so good at Survivor. I would need to control. Man, we just saw a Christian Watson signing. This guy's brave. So brave. You're fired, dude. You're fired. You're banned. Get out of here. Tyquan Thornton will lead. People can just type things, man. People can just type things. If I was president of best ball and you fired off a take like this and it's wrong, it gets tattooed on your forehead. Would I lie about my job? 100%. I'm a teacher, Zach. That's what I would say I am. It's not even a lie. It's just not the full truth. 1,000,000,000,000% we're lying. I'm a teacher. Give me your vote. We're trying to win out here, Zach. My God. Come on now. Don't think there's any wrong answers here. Wide receiver, running back. I don't know. Let's land this plane. Damian Pierce. No, Taj Brooks. Taj Brooks. RB2. We got Burrow. Feels good. Burrow, Kyler, Swift, Montgomery, JCM, ETN, Ray Davis, Taj Brooks, Chase Higgins, Williams, Tillman, Thielen, Horton, Yoshi Voss, Pierce, McBride, Kincaid. Seems good. I mean, I was taking McBride and Kincaid at like the 4 or 5 turn last year, so. I mean, Zach, I've never been recognized in public other than at a DraftKings live event, so simply no. No one's going to recognize me. I have less than 10,000 followers on YouTube. Like, that would be so unlikely. To the point that if I was recognized, I would think that the producers literally rigged it. You know, for me to be like, hey man, I watch your best ball streams. I'd be like, no, you fucking don't, dude. No, you don't. What skills do you bring to Survivor? Challenge beast, number 1. Good at telling when people are lying. Good at lying. I think I could do that too. Charisma, comedy, general awareness, manipulation. I don't know. Challenge. Honestly, I'm there to try to win every challenge. Okay? We're trying to go coast to coast winning the challenge. Confidence. My biggest weakness is that I'm very modest. I'm kidding. Hell yeah, Rob. Brashard Smith is going to lead the Chiefs in targets. Dude, I would get so tight if Davis backstabbed me. No offense, but you would get voted off so fast. It really depends, Rusty. It depends on the season. Like, there are some seasons where, like it or not, you are screwed. Like, you just get with the wrong cast of people. Like, I hate when Survivor does, like, gender teams. It's like, come on, guys. We're not, like, 5. Really? We're just teaming up because we're girls or boys? Come on. Come on now. If you won every challenge, you get voted out. Newsflash, if you win every challenge, you can't get voted out. You can't. Okay? Oh, yeah. I'd go for the immunity titles. No, yeah, I think I could forge the alliance. And I'm willing to work with, like, many different people. So I'm willing to, like I think I'd hit the island and I'd find someone and I'd be like, you and me, we're going to be number 1, but we're not going to hang out at all. We're just not. We're not hanging out at all. You're going to run that group. I'm going to run this group. Really, we're a team. See how that goes. I mean, honestly, it would suck if you get voted out early. That would suck. But it's out of your control sometimes. Sometimes you're just unlucky, especially in modern day Survivor where they do these like random rock pools and things where you lose your vote. Like, nothing you can do. All right, folks. That's what I got for you tonight. I'll be back tomorrow with a managed high stakes stream. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Let me know. Do you want to see me on Survivor? Would you vote for me? Peace out.